In news just out, we've heard that FTX is about to liquidate $3.4 billion in Bitcoin and crypto. And so in this video, we're going to look at what that means for the markets and, more importantly, how that might affect you as an investor. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys. Available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. Good evening, everybody, and a warm welcome back to Enter Crypto, where every single day I keep you informed and fully up to date on all the goings on in the cryptoverse. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then like, subscribe and click on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. Now, this is quite a lengthy article. We are, of course, talking about FTX and the fact that they are seeking to liquidate $3.4 billion worth of Bitcoin and crypto to pay their lawyers and to recompense some of their investors. There's over 1 million investors in this case that are looking to try and get their money back. Now, as always, guys, we'll read through the article and then we'll comment after. I'm not going to read through the whole thing because it can be a little bit boring, a little bit tedious. So I'll just read through the first few paragraphs and then we'll comment after that. So FTX, the bankrupt crypto exchange, is slated to appear in Delaware bankruptcy court on Wednesday, September the 13th, to seek approval for the liquidation of $3.4 billion in Bitcoin and crypto assets. The event has raised concerns among market analysts and participants who fear that the sale could put significant selling pressure on an already struggling market. As of January the 17th, FTX's crypto holdings were estimated to include $685 million in locked SOL, $529 million in FTT tokens, $268 million in Bitcoin, $90 million in ETH, and various other assets including Aptos, Doge, Polygon, XRP, and various other stables. An additional $1.2 billion is held in crypto on third-party exchanges. Now, I'll leave it there, guys, and you can actually I'll leave a link, as I always do, in the description box below, so that if you want to go into more detail, you can read it. Like I say, it's quite a lengthy article, and I don't want to bore everybody by just reading it out in the video when you can go and look on it yourself. So on the surface, or on the face of this looks quite scary, actually. You know, $3.4 billion in crypto and Bitcoin being sold is quite a lot of money. You know, that is enough to move a market. And just the headline of this amount of crypto being sold is definitely enough to scare the market, which could end up this $3.4 billion if people are selling because of fear and anticipating the sale of this crypto because they think it's going to, obviously it's going to move the market. Then we can have fear pre-sale, and that's going to be even worse. But in actual fact, Galaxy Capital, Mike Novogratz's investment firm, they're not going to want anything like that to happen, because if they spook the market now, let's say they're going to sell tomorrow, they're not going to sell $3.4 billion worth tomorrow. There wouldn't even be enough buyers, and it would definitely result in a price drop. And, even if they just decided to sell half, and they sold half tomorrow and then half next week, the price would have gone down because they'd sold. And so they won't be able to sell it for as much money as in dollar value by the next week, once next week comes around. So what they'll generally do is they'll just trickle sell. They'll just sell it over a few weeks. $50 million here, $50 million there, until it's completely sold. And they'll do it only, for example, when the market is down. So if we go down today by 2%, they'll have an automated sell order for every time that the market goes down 2%, that they sell 20 million, and then again 20. But it will even be in micro orders. And I learned this actually from MicroStrategy. Whenever they want to buy large amounts of Bitcoin, they actually trickle buy thousands of orders even per day before they get to the intended goal, which might be to buy, say, $3 billion, because they don't want the market to go up. So if they're going to buy Bitcoin, they don't want to, and they know they've got to buy, say, $1 billion worth. They don't want to release that information, because the market will get excited and everybody will jump in and the price will go up, and then they're going to have to buy that Bitcoin for more money, obviously, and they don't want that. So this news is not really that significant. However, the FTT token that they're going to sell, that's supposed to be worth like $300 million. I just can't. I don't know who's going to buy that. I don't know where they've got that valuation from. You know, it's actually, excuse me, it's $529 million in FTT tokens. Who is going to buy that? You know, FTX is dead and buried. I mean, would you buy it? No, nobody. So I don't know where they've got that figure from or who they're going to sell that to. The other one that might be a bit worrying if you hold Aptos, they've got $67 million of Aptos, and that's quite a small, illiquid market. That $67 million, even if they sell it at a trickle sell it, it can still affect that market. That's without even the fear, just from selling alone. But the Bitcoin and the ETH will definitely be able to absorb this. It's obviously never good when people are selling Bitcoin and ETH for the market, but you know, $260 million of Bitcoin and $90 million of ETH, it's just not enough to actually move the market. And as soon as people like now sort of try to rationalize and think, oh, well, how much of a din, if they sell $200 million of Bitcoin, how much is that going to move? Well, not much. So there's not even any fear attached to it because people are just going to just do that basic maths and just think, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal. For Bitcoin and ETH, they're just too big. But we'll see, and let's see what happens. And let me know in the comments below what you think is going to happen if this is a scary event. You know, I could be wrong, and I'm always interested to see other people's opinions. So do let me know in the comments box. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to give the video a like if you found some value in it, and I'll see you all tomorrow.